Hey yo, good morning. Here it's Davey. Or yeah, good day from whenever when you're tuning in into my YouTube video. I was surprised how relatively well my video did, cause I mean, I know I put in not a lot of effort, and I just babble about my own replay, and yeah, but still, like I know the community is small, and there won't be ever too much reach, and not that I intend on not that I plan to do anything with that small amount of reach. And as said, my main goal is just to show up some since of Solar 2 gameplay on at least a relatively higher level to what the player base currently offers. And yeah, and I hope that some people can take away some some good things for their game and potentially improve. Yeah. Um, I tried to make a second part video for to the Wasari game. I am pretty sure I will at some point, but I don't know. I kept rambling about random things, and I don't know. Was sometimes reaching for words. As you might have noticed, it is not my first language, English, and yeah, I'm not used to commentary, so it is very different to just suddenly straight talk, like really talk, for half an hour in English. So yeah, but still, like I wasn't happy, so I didn't upload it. I will probably redo it, and yeah, we'll maybe upload the final parts of the game. I really don't think there was too much about it, but yeah, I mean you can still like focus on certain aspects, micro and fleet management and decision making. So yeah, I will do it. But I thought maybe let's try just make another economic ramp up from early game to mid game, and now as tech primacy. Because I know there is quite a lot of tech players, especially nowadays primacy, and but I still think there is a lot of potential there. So yeah, let's just jump in. In this game, I will be also playing eco again. I also have replays ready for support and aggro position. I think there's actually not too much difference, just that you have a little bit more time on eco. But on support, I think it is like maximum difference of like 5 to 10 minutes, which is basically sometimes the decision of going to tier 3 instead of tier 2. But staying tier 2 as primacy is anyways like fine in Civic, and you usually anyways need to go at some point, or like if you're not like dying, you can definitely go early enough on tier 3 in military research. So yeah. Alright, my start is still Econ on eco, and I think in most cases I would also advise this on support. I think it is just easy with the colonizability and the mobile trade port to have a really good economic start. I have not yet enough games to be really certain about how good the mobile trade port is early on, because it definitely is nerfed. So the short story is basically like investing trade ports into credits at the start makes a lot of sense, because with your high base credit income, especially from your Terran, you will reach higher income brackets, and then you will reach higher tax thresholds. And if you have all your untaxed new trade ports, then basically you get more for your buck, and the return of investment is sooner with the trade ports. But with the metal and crystal being staying usually really low, you are just nearly untaxed, right? So investing so much money for like the reduced income in trade port through metal and to gain more metal and crystal doesn't really feel worth the first 30-40 minutes. But if you basically have expanded a lot and developed your pop and the surface tax, these one, and you start to get over, yeah, good amount of over 20, 21, 20, 50, 25, then you should definitely transition over your credits into your crystal and metal, or at least part of it, whatever you need. Yeah, that is basically the short story. Yeah, but I have not really the big sample size with this, Because usually with all factions I do a lot of solo, I mean not a lot, but just I test the first 20-30 minutes to see what the thresholds I reach on each production values, and then I can kind of deduce yeah, what feels best. All right. Yeah, so what I wanted to finish actually, what I was about to. You could also now go earlier on inspiring broadcast, just colonize inspiring broadcast, and not even really hard focusing on mobile transport, or like only one in colonize and one or two in mobile transport, and go more in broadcast. Yeah, because I mean the mobile broadcast is a really good fleet buff, and it further amplifies your mid-game attack timing, which is still really strong as tech, because your ramp up is just strong, and as you will see in this game. All right, I'll speed up again. I make 5x this time. We had a quite decent lobby actually. Where is it? I changed the hotkeys again. We have 1-2 really experienced players on our team. 1-2 newer guys, but they are actually playing quite well for the amount that I mean I haven't really seen them. I have not been playing a lot, but still they are rather new. So and I still realize they are capable of building fleets early on. That is already usually a strong sign that they are at least experienced or really quick learning. And on the other side, we also had like two really experienced guys, and other really regulars that also know how to build ships. And yeah, the better you know you to build ships, the less likely you're gonna die. This is actually really simple in that sense. So as tech, you usually wanna head out to and find the first derelict, cause that is a little trick you can do if you have a VA in your team, and we did. So you can quickly check again. You should always do this. What the items, what the neutral factions are, and if you have discovered the traders market, the diamonds and the piranhas, then there will be enough traded slots, and then you can immediately go into mobile trade board, and you will gain an additional income. And usually you want to aim for credits, but at the start you're really starving in metal. That's why I put both in metal, so you have like 1.5 more metal income. That's something at least. And as I said, you want to find the derelict, so you can capture it with the research tech. You wait until it's finished. It should be, if you arrive immediately, you have to wait a few seconds, then you can capture it, and then you can immediately, at least I prefer this really, get colonize level 2, and yeah, have immediately max logistics slots on the asteroid, or nearly maxed out on the other planets, which is obviously really nice. You saved a lot of money. 2 clicks, you have enough or lodge slots for days. And what I also really like, and people don't talk about it often, is like the cooldown is reduced on level 2, which makes colonizing faster. Because if it stays on level 1 and you don't have the Giscone as well, then you always have to wait a bit. And now with the reduced cooldown, I can just keep on colonizing and then just clear whatever is rest with my cobalt frigates that I'm building. As you can even go earlier tier 2 than I do on Vasari. I think it's really important to get it early. Now look, I started the research at like 5 minute 5. You can quickly get the planet items to reach Civ tier 2. Because the key research are this one, like Tradeport and the modular archive. Don't forget the surface, increased research speed. I will also get the ice pretty surely up, because that's another 20% base here. And yeah, then I will just colonize my cluster, always run for the derelict, and clean up the small mobile garrisons as soon as possible, and keep looking out what's the next plan. Like here I look at, I could go to the asteroid and to the ocean, or to this ice, which is already heavier fortified, and I don't have the greatest fleet, but I went to the pirate boarding crew. I like having them. You see quickly why I explained it as Vasari as well. Because you basically, it is twofold, the reason. One reason is you don't have to kill these huge heavy cruisers who have high durability, and with my small pierce amount, that I have from my Econ and from my Kobolds and my Shurikens. It just takes a lot of time clearing these. And yeah, so and you have obviously a lot of more DPS on your side, so it just really helps quickly clearing the wells. I also aimed for the radiation bomb. It also really helps, obviously, because the AI usually stacks if you move your capital ship away, and then you can have some big AoE damage. My research priority is really the modular archive. It is just such a huge. It is basically a must for you to develop economically. So the quicker you get, the more you can invest in more structures. And you also really want to have the culture early on, spreading. I think that is the takeaway, anyways, for any faction. So I am building it now, or I already have it. Yeah, I have it. Like I had it like probably minute 13, 12, something like this. Also, what I'm testing now, I go early into favorite client discount, because as said, I will be heavily focusing on the credit, trade port stuff. So I will usually always have overflowing credits, and I will buy the metal and crystal that will be staying low. So if you have earlier discount, yeah, just synergy basically. I will also get the yellows from the black market suppliers, because you need yellows twofold. You need yellows for the gang of freebooters and definitely the basic crew training. These are like the two yellows, mandatory yellows you need. And your surface planets, survey planets don't give any yellows. I mean they do, but it is just so unreliable. Like the crystal asteroid gives, and also the Baron gives. And like, yeah, really low chance on the Terran, like 50% out of these four. Yeah, you can, like, so 1/4 of 50%. Yeah, that's just kind of unlikely. So you cannot bank on these. So I quickly took the derelict. It is important to keep on having armor patch up. It was actually kind of close, so I had to tank a bit with my other light frigates, and then I went to the Oceanic, which is also heavily fortified. But I had already now 2 heavy cruisers with my freebooters. I had more Shurikens. They were coming in. By the way, the reason why I'm building Shurikens is just they're quicker. They have like, I don't know, similar DPS to the kobolds. They're also really kind of invulnerable against AI garrisons, because they have at max like 3, usually on average 3 to 4 Gardas, and that's just not enough to kill Shurikens, and you don't have to micro them. But light frigates do get focused by their Harkas and stuff. And yeah, I forget to mention now, as soon as I hit the modular architecture, I obviously started to build trade ports everywhere I can. Yeah. I didn't upgrade the Terran, sometimes I do. I cancelled the heavy factory, because I'm not gonna need to build a capital ship in my homeworld for a trade port, or you could say for the broadcast. But yeah, you have place for this. And I never had to click any logistics slot, right? That is a huge luxury. And I can just build trade ports everywhere. You have on these planets immediately 6 slots with 2 points. So this is exactly 3 trade ports. And I still have logistics slots for later on. Like for example, I have an asteroids 3 left, so I can immediately build exotic refinery, or I can go into the the labs. So now I have the same timing as I had with Wasari. Like I have my cluster, I have the 4 planets. It's a tiny bit slower, but I also had like 2 bigger planets, especially the Oceanic is already worth it to invest more time in. So with Wasari I could have been already like closer to one of these planets. But yeah, in turn I have already a really good income, right? And in Wasari this would not be even close, yeah. In Wasari I would have like 20 metal and like 10 crystal or less, and usually at this point it's a really small amount of credit income. Yeah, so that is a huge difference. And I have fleet, because I made the freebooters, and I'm starting to make like the shields, the fortified structures, more damage, also basic crew training, because I will definitely build more caps and more fleet supply. and the aim is now obviously to decide which center route I will take. And I had an extremely good center, like I had Terrans, but pretty sure this side is for my support. So I will aim for the ocean and the Terran, and that is already like more than enough, because I already locked out an ocean. Because you cannot expect to have one of these, I would say like Terran, ocean, and desert, but desert not even as much, are like the top tier planets you can get this close.
Our fleet is under attack.
You failed.
So yeah, you see, I have actually decent fleet supply, and probably even, yeah, I'm 1-1-1, so I have the most fleet supply even though I have the most secure position. Meanwhile, I still have the highest income gain, obviously due to the oceanic as well. No one else has such a rich planet. We can check. Yeah, he will get the desert, that is like similar. But yeah, that is okay. Someone else also has a desert. But yeah, as said, desert has a bit less pop. Yeah, and I was a bit quicker with the ocean. And I definitely also have a very high trade port count. I think I went full grid and I had like even 3 points in trade port is 6 points. That's just already a lot. I already had 25 income with trade port untaxed. Fully focused on credit at the start here. Because you see I still have low crystal, low metal. I think that is intended. I mean, I think that is the way to go at the moment. I get the forward ocean, and as Fosari similar, I will now immediately start building production here. Because I know I have the highest income, it will most likely stay like this for quite some time. And my only downfall is that I'm not prepared. But I kept sending scouts. So it's always important. Like here you see I build a light factory in like close to the center. And the plan is to just keep sending scouts, or look, for example, like here I have a wormhole. So if you are prepared to defend, you're always ahead if someone rushes to the wormhole, right? Because you could just build up normally, but the other guy kind of invested to go into this attack. So if you are ready to defend this, that's already good. And as said, like, it has multi-purpose. If I, for example, have a bad fight or I need more reinforcements, then I can easily reinforce closer. Yeah. So yeah, I would always advise, especially as tech, it is a bit easier to just, or even advent, put down a light factory a bit in the middle, closer to where you're going, and you can build scouts first of all to gain more information, to see where your enemy is, to not get surprised. And yeah. Another little thing I did, I immediately built a heavy factory to build out, to put out my Marsa, and I had a derelict here, and yeah, that's just juicy to take. And I even have another one here, and I will also let him take this. And meanwhile, I was still just pumping out fleet. I think I just clicked any ship button I had. Like you see, it's completely mixed. I added Gardas, because Gardas are, in my opinion, kinda OP against Vasari. They counter every ship very well from Vasari. I mean, obviously someone would say like light frigates do okay, but light frigates, the Ravastras, are just not units you want to build as Vasari. The main reason is, first of all, you could just micro the Garda away in a circle, and the light frigates will lose a lot of DPS. Meanwhile, the Garda are on full 360 no-scope shooting, no matter what. And as soon as you add some red bombs, some concussive shots with the AoE on top of it, have some light frigates that also hard counter Ravastras, like, it is really expensive to lose Ravastras, and it happens really quickly because they are countered by many units. I also even have 4 Pyrocrossers. Yeah, just so many things that make the life of Ravastras bad. And the first unit that does well against Gardas are actually Oppressors. And Oppressors are also extremely expensive and hard countered by Javelins that you can also quickly build later on. So yeah, just having a decent amount of Gardas ready is really important against most Vasari players. I even built here some small factories just to, like, I know I'm already over 100 credits, 33 minutes in, and I diverted now more into metal because I know I will need a lot of metal. I have all the surface tech, the additional trade income. No, wait, am I recording? Yeah, I am. I also went into the higher credit commerce credit income pop, so this will already be extremely high, and I will upgrade this commerce on this Terran as well, and I have two oceanics. So yeah, I'm just living the dream. So all I need to do is just build ships, and there's nothing that can stand on my way except another primacy player.
Done and dusted.
So I was here preparing a bit. I saw that my opposing bazaar player was closing in,
Military research complete.
and it is still a bit of a fragile timing now, because most bazaar players have like 2 or even 3 caps. Yeah, he has 3, and he's a good player, so I know he knows how to build ships, so
Civilian research
yeah,
complete.
I have to be ready for this.
Planet item complete.
As said, I have my
Military
second cap
structure
ship, the
complete.
Marsa, going,
Our
taking,
fleet is under
picking up the
attack.
second
Allied colony
derelict,
has been lost.
and that is just so
down.
huge
We should
because
take evasive
I
action.
will immediately
Civilian
reach level
structure
6
complete.
only by capturing these 2
Armor down.
derelicts.
We're in serious trouble.
Meanwhile, I still already have a level 7 Akan battle crew. It's actually close to level 8, so it's, yeah.
Military structure
I had
complete.
lots of good derelicts,
Military
lots of
research
good
complete.
planets.
Military research tier complete.
So here you see already level 6. I'm 750, 40 minutes in, like quickly go to 800, 40 minutes in. And I have a decent amount of Gardas, like 40. I will push easily to 50, and look at his fleet composition. It is mainly corvettes and Kondraks, and they are all super hard countered to Gardas. But I mean, I'm not blaming his fleet composition. I mean, my fleet composition would look similar if I were in his
You've
shoes.
made a wise acquisition.
So I'm pushing, and he scouted it, and he saw what I have, and he immediately retreats. This is the first sign you see this is definitely an experienced player. Like, he knows which fight immediately he will take. He will scout, he will check. Can he even contest? He can't, so he does something else. He needs to buy time or help another friend, which he actually did really well. My support player was attacking here, and now he was playing 2 versus 1, and
Allied colony has been lost.
yeah, he didn't realize quickly enough that he got attacked, backstepped by my eco player.
Research complete.
I mean, I was following, but yeah, I was not quick enough.
Planet item complete.
And my ally
An
actually
allied
loses
capital
2
ship has
cap
been
ships.
destroyed.
I immediately come
Allied
to his
capital ship
aid
has
because
been
I
destroyed.
predicted when he was losing so
Civilian
much
structure
he
complete.
might now need help.
We've claimed the metal market. Going once, going twice.
And yeah, with my overwhelming
An
force,
allied colony has been lost.
they realized that to
Fleet is
run.
under attack. Military research complete.
I also had missile barrage, which is really
Civilian
threatening.
structure complete. Civilian
So yeah,
structure
I do have to
complete.
center. I mean, no one
Military
else does
research
have 3
complete.
planets up here.
Civilian
So
research
my only goal
complete.
is just to keep
Items
going.
complete
I
and
went to the
online.
1.5
Military
fleet cap,
research
and I
complete.
kept producing.
Bring it
And
out,
I
Richard.
researched his Javelins, the
Full-powered,
strongest
just
unit at the moment.
Research rig
Because
upgrade
I have
complete.
now decent enough. I have 70 Gardas, so I'm countering, as said, all units. And now I just add the Pierce with the Javelins. And I add more caps.
Civilian research complete.
Because caps
Military
are
research
really strong.
complete.
So I start attacking orange to put some pressure on them. To relieve pressure from my ally that is potentially attacked by 1 or 2
Military
players.
research complete.
And only then I realized actually that orange was stripping planets, because I saw the item. So I knew, oh, if he managed to strip some of his planets, that's actually quite a big economic boost. So I need to punish it, and I need to attack.
Is underway.
And I also was quite certain, like, I was still 1-1-1, like,
Civilian
I
structure
was
complete.
very scared. I had a very scary fleet.
Military research complete.
And I immediately went for it,
Our fleet
but I
is
was actually
under
surprised he
attack.
was also
Civilian
fleeting up very well. As said,
research
he's a very experienced
Planet
player.
item complete.
You failed.
So we had actually similar fleet supply counts.
Commerce
Like,
upgrade complete.
I don't have that. I mean, I have on the screen 1.4, but it is still a lot of it reinforcing. And he was also like playing very clever. He sent like 30 raiders to my producing facilities, I saw it, and I was sending in Gardas, but yeah, he had like so many, so it takes a bit of time to get rid of them. So yeah, if you look at fleet composition, it's really interesting to decide if you can win or not, because we have similar fleet supply count. He hasn't lost yet the cap, and he also has a starbase, and Vasari starbase is definitely not to be joked with. It is first of all mobile, so it will reach the it will reach the fight. So yeah, and he's on defensive position, so he has retrofit with his structures. He also has potentially more defensive structure and closer reinforcement paths. So yeah, I was just feeling very confident because I had missile barrage. So that means that's 24 ships that just most likely are gonna die. I shoot the Kondraks, and I had Gardas. And Gardas are the hard counter to his whole subcap composition. Like the defensors are gonna melt. The Kenraks, as we established yesterday, if you have the PD dominance, they are just not dealing enough damage. So the Gardas are, in my opinion, the main reason in combination with the Marza that I am quite ahead. Like I had such an insane fleet comp actually, just a bit all over the place. Like I had Hoshikos, I had still the freebooters, I had now Javelis like hitting their caps. Look, I'm targeting them, and it hurts. He was also targeting my Marza, which is clever, but yeah, I have so many Gardas. And I also had this core system armor already. I think I also... oh, no, not yet. Also important to keep putting up the human doctrine. It's a really strong buff that primacy can make use of. I had to pull out the Aken first. He first focused Aken, that is smart. So I cannot just always press the reset button with the armistice. But yeah, my Javelins are already getting rid of several of his caps, because he doesn't have PD. But yeah, understandably he has some defenses, but they are attacking here, so they are not really getting rid of the missiles. So that's a small micro mistake he's doing here. But yeah, he probably already sees that it's not looking good. The Mars are deleted like already 200 fleet supply, and my Javelins are another. I'm just killing the caps. He doesn't have any marauders, but I think I heard that he was not playing on his usual PC, so it is really hard in these fights to micro if you're playing on a laptop or whatever. Yeah. So now I'm kind of cleaning up, and as said, the Gardas are actually the carries of such engagements. So he called the game. He could definitely kept playing on, but I understand. Like the thing is, he was stripping his planets, and he lost all his forward production. So he would have been. He would have had resources, but he would not win a fight against me alone, at least. And he knows like Kabian will do fine, but Ave is still a very experienced player, and he will have his impact even though he lost a bit. So yeah, it was a bit an early quit, but I understand that it's most likely that the game is lost. And I kinda like have free reign now, right? So yeah, let's check the minute count. Close to 30 minutes. There will not be much else. There is some action left. We will try to attack Kabian. He will also trap us with a PGA. He has like a heavily fortified planet here. There was not even a reason to fight him, honestly. Like, I wanted to just... the usual play I would do would just go for the homeworld here, which also is a bit risky, but just poke the bear there, basically spread him thin, then Ave has enough place, or just kill Andy. And and then immediately go into 4-4, Civic 4 and Military 4, and then go Titan and just more caps and javelins and farm up my Titan on the pirate. That is my game plan. But yeah, as soon as the other eco player leaves, that's just like such a huge, like it's basically the carry of your team that just leaves early on, 1 hour in, and so that's just GG actually. unless one side has already fallen. But they were doing okay, yeah. They were about to lose here, but yeah. It also depends who wins, right? And you know just from enough games, like some players definitely know how to carry the game to scale so well that you will go into high level Titan, high level cap territory, where they start to get
We've claimed the
unbeatable.
metal market. It's not your lucky day. Got an outfit?
All right. Yeah. So to cap, I think what I forgot now, wanted to. I actually, in my head, wanted to switch over then the trade income from the credits to the to crystal and metal, because you see, I'm still floating and I have enough credits, anyways, from my planet surface alone. But that's not the average planet layout you have with like double Terran, double ocean. But I'm well over 100 credits, so I could definitely put more into crystal metal.
Shields down. We should take evasive
And
action.
yeah, getting the research speeds up everywhere. I was doing that, getting the surveys, so potentially getting artifacts if you're
An
using them.
allied colony has been
And I
lost.
definitely should have
Military research
immediately
complete.
went
The item
into
is
tier 4.
complete.
I
Commerce
think I was in my head
upgrades
already a bit
complete.
checked out because he
We
left,
have
but
wiped out
yeah.
an enemy colony.
If it
A
was
new
still
colony
a
has
real
been
game, then
founded.
I
Exotic
should have done this
resources have
immediately
been
now,
located by
as
our
soon as I
survey
won the
teams.
first engagements,
Exotic resources have been
which I
located
did
by
here.
our survey teams.
Um,
Exotic resources have been
yeah.
located by our survey
What
teams.
else wanted to go through?
Military research
Yeah, as
complete.
said, like even on
Transfer the
support,
credits.
you don't really need
We'll
tier 3
handle your
civilian.
enemies.
Like at tier 3, I mainly took for this culture update because 25 bonus is pretty good with high pop planets. Not sure if that's really needed, but I guess it's okay as a buff. I wanted the crystalline colonization, which is tier 3. This one, but yeah, 10% is fine untaxed, but not too amazing. The main research was also the exotic refinery, because you need just to build exotics, right, to progress further. So I had a big factory pennant on my Terran here. I had enough space, and yeah.
The item is ready and so are we.
3 at the start is fine. I think maybe you can even go to 4 or 5 later if you really have enough economy. I think I will later press these two. Yeah.
Exotic resources have been located by our survey
And I'm starting to
teams.
go into
Hostile
Mil
forces
4.
have arrived. Civilian structure complete.
Yeah, the military research is the more busy tree,
Shields down. We should take evasive action.
because there's just so many things. Like at the start, the autocannons mix of obviously sense, then missile with the javelins, then the Hoshiko repair, the shield burst, the additional shield for the hard cruisers, heavy cruisers. Then obviously the bombing tech is really nice for tech. The quick jump calculation, targeting array in combination with javelins. The additional experience is also really nice. Yeah, that's just so much. So having a busy warfare tech tree is definitely advisable. Yeah, I wanted to wrap up. I said I'm a bit all over the place. I hope it was like something to take away from. Just find it interesting, like how strong primacy is with the ramp up. Like I could always keep building fleet, and I remained very strong economically. This is really the main strength at the moment, I think, from tech, and especially tech primacy with the additional freebooters and this one, like this 10% weapon speed and 10% weapon damage is basically everywhere you go. One jump next to your system is obviously a really strong buff. Yeah. Even though I had a huge fight, I am on 1.5k over at 1 hour in, so I have a very strong force. Like Wasari can also reach this, but I just think the sub caps are not on the same level. That's why I also always propose to Wasari players to start building caps as soon as you can, because that's just the most efficient fleet supply you can make. Alright, then see you. Maybe I will upload it. I think so, yeah. Have a nice day.